So let me start with the outsider, and then I'll go to more of the insider. Johnny, what do you think of Project 2025 and what it means for you and your party?
Well, I think it speaks more to the evolution of heritage than to the campaign per se. Although I think there's a great comment about the campaign in this. Heritage it's a classic heritage presumptive close. I'll give you the thing. I'll spin it the way I imagine Trump will like it to sound. And he's not paying attention to it anyway. He's watching his tweet counts or whatever, and he'll just grab the thing and go. That's a great idea if you're heritage. I'm going to spoon feed, slipstream the whole thing in. Now you got Roberts running heritage now, so there's this culture war element. Usually heritage is more economic. Now they've thrown in a lot of social meat. And the second comment, so that's sort of the heritage side of it. The Trump side of it is, wow, what a difference in the Trump team, the Trump political pros, the way they sidestep this. Remember today, as this is supposed to be painted on Trump to turn him into the boogeyman, Trump is talking about stepping back the Republican Party platform on abortion, being inclusive of gay marriage at the exact same time. Compared to the Trump we know, the adult supervision over there is incredibly impressive. I'm sort of disappointed personally. I used to like a lot of heritage. Some of this stuff seems, a little gratuitous, but Ken can set me straight on that.
Well, Ken did one chapter. He didn't author the whole thing. So Ken, explain what motivated your involvement and to what degree.
So I led a chapter that over 30 people worked on, and I want to clear one thing up. I'm not here to defend heritage, but over 100 organizations, members participated in this. I work at the Center for Renewing America, and I don't even know them all. By any means. It was a big collection of people. Heritage provide the administrative backbone. And of course, they are the biggest conservative think tank out there and have been for 50 years. But this was a very broad effort, and it was designed to create an across the government smorgasbord of conservative policies that for those that an incoming president agreed with, there would be a lot of depth behind, and they wouldn't start at square one, that there was a lot of thinking and work done prior to that. And it was all done with the understanding that no matter who the nominee was, and remember, this started a long time ago, 2 years ago or so. So it was way before the nominations process even began. And it was designed with the understanding that no nominee would like all of it or large chunks of it, but for the pieces they were in agreement with, there'd be people ready to go and move on it.
So Ken, a quick follow to you. What does it mean then to that theory of application that Trump has said, I have no idea what this is, I haven't looked at it, it's not mine?
I don't think it means anything at this point. I mean, he is running a campaign. This is something that, or the policies are things that are available for his policy team to look at. They know it exists. They're not spending time right now, analyzing it to see whether they fall in line with the president's positions he's taking in the campaign. I'll give you an example from my own chapter. The first page we spent saying what we think, again, over 30 experts think that the Department of Homeland Security should be dismantled into its mission components, that the 20-year experiment that was done on a bipartisan basis to look busy to the American people after 9/11 has not improved the effectiveness or mission success of the component elements of what we now call the Department of Homeland Security. We only spent a page on it. No candidate ever talked about that. We do think that would be the best outcome long term. But we didn't spend a lot of time on it because we think the probability of it getting adopted, not just by a president, but also by Congress on a bipartisan basis, is very low. So then we turned to how each of the agencies could be improved, and we addressed all of them.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.